Hello and welcome to Climbing Daily. Being on lockdown means it gives us lots of time to think about past trips and plan climbing trips in the future. So today we sit down with a bunch of Vibram climbing athletes to find out where they love to climb and where they're going to go when this whole thing finishes.
My name is Babsi Zangerl. I am from Austria and my favorite climbing style is big wall climbing and trad climbing.
My name is Eva Hammelmüller and I'm a 19-year-old rock and competition climber from Austria.
Salut, c'est Fanny Gibert. My favorite climbing is obviously bouldering.
Hi, I'm Ernei Kruder and I'm all-around climber, which means that I practically climb on everything I can, except I'm not super familiar with the ice climbing so far.
My name is Jorgo Hoeven. I'm a Dutch climber living in Austria right now. I'm 34 years old and I've been climbing for over 20 years. I started off as a competition climber, but also been very active in bouldering sports, trad climbing, big walls, whatever you can think of.
Ciao a tutti, mi chiamo Nicola Balducci, pratico quasi tutte le discipline dell'arrampicata, ma la specialità che preferisco è la lead.
I'm currently locked down in Vorarlberg in Bludenz, so I think the situation is hard to everybody because we can't go out to climb on rocks. And yeah, but here it's not too bad because we are still allowed to go into the forest for little walks, and we are allowed to be outdoors, which is maybe the best thing what we can have, because we don't have a balcony, we don't have a garden.
I live in Innsbruck, however I'm very glad to be able to spend lockdown at my family's place in Lower Austria. We have a huge garden and the opportunity to go outside, but nevertheless lockdown is quite hard for me because my whole world has completely turned upside down, not only concerning climbing but as well regarding university and my friends. Yet I can't complain because I have good training opportunities in comparison to many others, as I have been able to build a little bouldering wall in our attic. And yeah, therefore I just try to train as much as possible and appreciate the time I get to spend with my family.
I am locked down at my parents' place here in the south of France. I am very lucky because we have a garden and my dad built up a campus board a few years ago, so I can keep training and I try to be creative and invent new exercises to keep the motivation. So it's not super easy, but it's really okay.
I'm located in Celia, in my hometown, and so far it hasn't been too bad because I can train on my balcony where I have a hangboard, and even better is that I can go to my parents' place where I have a small climbing wall, and luckily I'm a route setter, so I can set some boulders and have a proper training session on it. But honestly, can't wait to finally go outside for some climbing.
So I've been in lockdown for about 3 weeks now. I live in a pretty nice apartment with my wife, Kata Sauerwein, in Innsbruck. We have a balcony with even some things like a hangboard to train on. But I must say the first week it was pretty hard. It kind of caught me off guard. And I was not really productive. And it took some time to adjust, and I think the second week I got a lot better, and now it doesn't feel great, but it feels better.
L'isolamento lo sto passando a casa mia, però abitando in un condominio ho veramente tantissime restrizioni, in più ancora più difficile perché io non sono mai stato obbligato a stare a casa per più di una settimana se non per motivi di salute.
My favorite climbing place is Yosemite Valley because of El Capitan. of course. It's the best area because it's such an amazing piece of rock. It's perfect granite. It's about 1,000 meters high, and for us it's always a multiple day adventure. And every single route in Yosemite on El Cap is different, so we always have a reason to go back to this place.
One crag which is really special to me is Osp, because I went there for my first climbing trip ever, together with my mum back in 2014.
My special place for climbing is for sure Fontainebleau.
My special place for climbing, for sure, it's Ticino. It's the place I go the most often, and the rock quality and the amount of routes, it's just enormous. From bouldering lines to sport climbing routes, and also tread and multi-pitch routes.
So I've been to a lot of climbing areas all around the world. I've traveled a lot in the last 10 years with my wife Kata, and even though some of my favorites are Yosemite or Peak District in the UK, I must say that the area that I favor most is right here back home. It's the Zillertal Valley. A valley with a lot of different little crags, a lot of different types of climbing, ranging from bouldering to sport to alpine.
Osso è la mia fallita preferita ed è in terra solana.
Our project would have been to go back to Yosemite in May, but of course this will not happen. But we were really psyched to try the new Dawn Wall, and it's a line first ascended by Tommy Caldwell and Alex Honnold, and yeah, we will see if we can go there in fall.
I do have a route and two boulder problems I would really like to send in Ötztal. Actually, I wanted to finish the projects off this spring, but well, then came Corona. And yeah, now I try to visualize them as often as possible so that I'm able to climb them fast when I come back.
This winter I could do 2 stations in the same problem, and I sent my first A-day. So yeah, I was super happy, and I found new harder project, so it was really cool.
C'est ça, allez encore tout là-haut. Yes, super Fanny. Allez.
So at the moment there are plenty of projects I really want to try again. For example, there is a boulder line called Kingdom, which stands at I think 8C Fontainebleau grade. So the last time I tried it, I did all the moves, and I feel like I could do it if I come back. Then the other thing is Coupe de Grace. It's a 9A route from Dave Graham. It's located in Val Bavona. And also, I think it was last year when I was trying it the last time, and I was basically falling on the last hard moves. So maybe even this one is the first on my list.
So over the past couple of years I've been trying to find a project back home that is hard, really hard, a project I can work on for a long time. And it was kind of hard to find, and eventually I found this very remote cave-like area in the Zillertal where nobody had gone to previously, and when I started bolting, I realized right away that it's going to be hard, and I hoped it was going to be possible.
Lì ho anche un piccolo sogno nel cassetto, che è di riuscire a realizzare l'apoterapia in stile trad.
I really want to go to Kyrgyzstan, but we are not sure if this will happen this year because it's planned to go there in July, and yeah, it's not so much time left, so we are really not sure if we can do this.
I love the climbs in Tyrol, and I think I will be right back there after lockdown. Arco is on top of my list either way.
I'm not sure I have a dream climbing location because Fontainebleau is just nearby and is so good. But for sure I would love to discover South America.
My dream location is Ticino for sure. So as soon as they open the borders, for sure that's the place I'm gonna go first.
So over the years, I've always come back to Zillertal. It's a place that I don't think I've spent more time in another area as in the Zillertal.
Il posto dei miei sogni è la Yosemite, ma prima di andare in uno di questi luoghi mi piacerebbe chiudere dei conti in sospeso con dei tiri qua in Ossola.
Thank you to Vibram for setting that up, and thanks to the athletes for giving us your time. Hopefully we'll be filming with you at a crag in the future. That's it for today. I'll see you soon.